cold, slept by the stove cause we ain't had no heat. Now I'm freezing by choice, I VVS my teeth. That burner froze, let's change the climate, put some shit to sleep. Might shed a tear and spill some blood, that's just the way I grieve.
Alright, so boom. Apparently some shit been going on with Faze Clan. I seen that yesterday, Ronaldo left. What's his name? Ron Staviano? I fuck with him. What happened? That nigga straight just dipped and shit. I'm like, damn. But you know, I wasn't gonna watch no 40-minute video by Max. That shit, I couldn't sit there and watch that shit. So we waited till A Bando dropped a nice vid. Y'all get y'all L's rolled up. Let's get right into this shit.
So the Faze Clan experiment is now seemingly over, and this seems to be something that was brewing for a while now, because honestly since the summertime, Faze Clan has just been going downhill, and it really all started back in July of 2025 when the CEO of the company, Banks, started getting into a lot of drama on social media because of his involvement within cryptocurrency. He was getting accused of doing a lot of crypto scams, a lot of crypto rug pulls, and because of all of those, he started to face a lot of backlash, and with him being the CEO of Faze Clan, of course they started facing backlash from his actions as well, which ultimately caused Banks to step down as the CEO of Faze and lead the company.
I don't know, a lot of y'all niggas old, and I wasn't really that much into Call of Duty back in the day, but I never even watched Faze Banks, bro. Like, that nigga made Call of Duty videos, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm pretty sure that's all them niggas did back then. But like, I watched Faze Rugs because this nigga made other videos, but I never watched Faze Banks.
Company completely.
And just wait until y'all see that crypto shit that they on too, twin. They got something cooking, twin. That's why all these trying to, hey, bro, I ain't gonna say too much. Yeah. I'ma just laugh for right now, bro, because y'all don't get it. So I'ma just laugh, bro. But just remember what the I'm talking about, bro. All right? That's all I'ma do. Is laugh.
Now, unfortunately, that wasn't the worst thing to happen for Faze during that time, because just 1 week later, things only continued to get worse as Plaqueboy Max, who was one of the most popular members of Faze Clan at the time, announced via Twitter that he was leaving. And at first, that whole situation was very vague. He didn't give much reasoning. It was very random. At the time, all Max really said was that he wanted to focus on himself and build up his own brand.
Y'all was hearing Echo, my bad, but yes, I'm leaving Faze.
Respectfully.
Like I just said, I can't fully go into depth why I'm leaving Faze, but I am leaving, and I'm ready to, you know, embark on my journey and work the hardest I ever have in my career to do whatever I got to do to make 5-star the biggest shit possible, make myself the biggest shit possible. Just keep working.
I don't own Faze. I don't own Faze, gang. No ownership. I want to build something. If you're pussy hurt because you're mad that I want to build something for myself, sorry, I don't know what to tell you, because I'm still gonna do it, and I'm gonna make this 5-star shit the biggest shit ever, and me the biggest shit ever. That don't mean I don't with these, don't mean I won't.
I do be seeing Mats everywhere.
I love them.
I ain't gonna say everywhere, but a lot of places.
At the end of the day, bro, I'm gonna do what I feel is right
all
for
on
me.
my feed and shit.
And then when you see this shit work out down the line, you'll see what I mean. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now, once this happened, many people thought Faze Clan was finished. Some people even thought that this was going to lead to like a domino effect, which meant everyone was going to start leaving the clan after Max left. And now it's starting to seem like this is how that entire thing is going to pan out.
That Max left Faze, I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Fuck?
I don't think so, bro. Nah, actually.
That's Debo? That's Debo?
Bro.
The fuck?
Nah, actually, I support my man's whatever he does. But for Faze, bro, it's like when one person leaves, chat, y'all ever seen?
Look at that nigga
It's a
bulk. I'm about to say,
domino
what the
effect,
fuck?
bro. Y'all niggas know what I mean? When one nigga leaves, it becomes a domino effect. The whole
That nigga
crew
like
gonna leave,
fucking
bro. It's generally just the truth.
turkey.
It's just the truth. Right or wrong. Right or wrong.
Like a dirty
It's
ass
like a
turkey.
dynasty. When one leaves, bro, it's gonna become a domino effect. Next gonna be blah 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 blah. blah 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 blah.
Age that will, because no one initially left the clan after Max left. In fact, if anything, Faze continued to grow more and more after the departure of the two key members. You see, they still went on to do the annual Faze subathon, which took place in October, I believe, and that ended up doing amazing. Literally every single member of Faze clan surpassed over 100,000 subscribers, which is something that's completely unheard of on Twitch for an entire organization to have over 100,000 subscribers each. And of course, with achieving a milestone like that, this also led to them once again winning Organization of the Year at the 2025 Streamer Awards.
I want to say thank you to anyone who voted for us. This year we did our second ever subathon where all of us reached 100,000.
All these niggas.
Needs to happen if I'm the Faze boy.
Goes live every day.
Evidently say, I think
Niggas pull up clean as shit. And all these niggas left for months.
I can confidently say this is the most proud I've ever been of where Faze is at. Everybody on the stage, I want to thank you guys so much for voting for us, for believing in us. It means so much to me. Thank you guys. And yeah, Faze up.
Now, after the Streamer Awards took place, this is where everything really started going downhill for everyone, but it's looking like Faze has now got caught in this drama, despite not really getting into many problems at the actual Streamer Awards, other than India Love saying Adapt didn't deserve.
I ain't gonna lie. All real niggas know, bro. India Love was probably our first wallpaper, bro. Like, I know she was mine, bro. Like, the girl wallpaper, bro, she was probably one of the first Johns, bro. Her and fucking Janine Aiko, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie, bro. DDG. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute.
To win his Breakout Streamer of the Year award. But anyways, the events that unfolded after the awards show would be much more serious for Faze Clan, because just a few weeks after the awards took place, Faze officially announced the second annual Fazemas, which is supposed to be a thing where like every member of Faze goes live every day all the way up till Christmas. This is something they started doing last holiday season and they plan to do it again this year. But you see, this Fazemas didn't go anywhere near as good as the Fazemas last year, because you see, as soon as the whole thing started, fans began to notice some very weird behavior going on with a few of the members. And this trend of like weird things going on continued for a few days, up until the point where some of the members didn't even finish doing the whole Fazemas streams. They stopped in the middle of it, which again everyone thought was very weird, but they didn't have any explanation as to why that was going on. There was all types of rumors and think pieces going around. People were saying,
who the fuck is this nigga?
saying that they had bought a new house. People were saying that they were leaving Faze. Honestly, people didn't have no idea what was truly going on. People was just guessing. It wasn't until all of the Faze members unfollowed Faze Banks on social media, that's when people began to realize that maybe this new Faze project was starting to come to an end, which of course sparked all types of think pieces online.
My boy Silky.
Genuinely, here's what I think.
I fuck with
I think that
and
it was from the beginning, right? Nobody could get on the right terms. Nobody can get on the right terms. And both sides, right? Nobody could have, they didn't agree to what the foundation was, right? So they bought Faze. I don't know who bought it. I think it's pretty easy. You guys can do your research. Here's what I think. Faze was bought, but then whoever bought it was like, yo, how do I get the money? Where's the money coming in at? How do I get the money? And I think that's the issue. There was no gain. But here's what I think needs to happen if I'm the Faze boys. You guys need to leave Faze, rebrand into a new group, so you guys have equity of your own group, right? You guys.
A lot of niggas be hating on Aiden, bro. But when niggas start talking money, bro, he Jewish, bro. Listen up. Real shit. I was low-key was thinking the same shit. If I'm these niggas, bro, fuck these niggas. Like, fuck these niggas, bro. Let's go make our own shit. Alright, we are leaving Faze, let's go make AIDS, nigga. No, alright, not that. Spades spades or some shit. Like we gonna go hop in shit. Hit my mic. We gonna go hop in spades. Like I don't know.
Yeah, full on equity of your own group. Leave Faze, rebrand, and that's what you guys got to do.
Now it turned out people were actually right. The quote unquote new Faze clan as we knew it began coming to an end after 5 key members announced their departures via Twitter, which kind of
damn. Alright. Low-key look like Dick Ryan. Ronaldo, Ron left. And Silky left. Jason left. And Alicia said, fuck that shit, I'm out too. Yeah, I see my dad ain't leaving though.
Had everyone shocked, even with all of the drama that was going on. Honestly, I didn't really believe it at first. I thought it was a troll, maybe a promo for something. But when Adapt made his tweet announcing his departure, that's when it hit like, okay, this is a real thing. Because I don't even think Adapt would announce his departure.
14 years, over half my life, I'd be lying if I said it didn't hurt, but it had to been done. Thank you, anyone been a part. Yeah, these niggas about to come up with some of their own shit, bro. On Christmas? This what y'all pull on Christmas
departure, that's when it hit like, okay, this is a real thing. Because I don't even think Adapt would troll like this. As you guys know, Faze has been Adapt's entire life since he was like 16 years old. So for him to tweet and announce his departure, we all knew that this had to be something serious. As the day continued, more and more news started coming out. And obviously none of the people who left today further spoke on any of these situations because it was Christmas. I mean, this had to be the worst possible Christmas for Faze Banks ever. Yeah, unfortunately, Max did end up going live to finish off his final stream of his personal Christmas marathon, and this stream was titled The Truth. And in this stream, Max finally shared some information 5 months later about why he left Faze Clan in the first place. Starting with some information that was shared earlier in the day by his cousin and former employee, I guess Morgan, also known as Fatboy Dip, who claimed Max had left Faze Clan because they was trying to charge him 20% of his monthly revenue or $20,000 just to simply live in the guest house.
I'll give you one part.
Wait, hold up. What?
Gang, you see that little townhouse? You see that little townhouse that Max was in? And Faze?
A townhouse.
They tried to make that pay 20 bands a month. What the fuck? Or give a percentage of myself. What the fuck?
Now, when Max started his stream, he did give a little bit more detail about all of these situations, stating that he originally started feeling the negative effects of Faze Clan about a year ago during the first Fazemas, where they weren't able to do this group sponsorship, and because they didn't do this group sponsor, they had to get pulled from the house that they were streaming in, which left Max questioning how much control they really had over their own careers.
But we had a sponsor. There was a sponsor for that day, and didn't end up doing the sponsor game night. Yes, if you was there, you was there. Didn't end up doing the sponsor. There was difficulties with the sponsor. Yeah. After that happened, according to the assistants and staff of the creators, they said that Faze has pulled everybody for the rest of the month and sent niggas home early. Right? This is the first time where in my head I went, how much control do we have here? And how much control do we have over us?
A lot, nigga.
If that makes sense.
Shortly thereafter, Max also talked about how he was forced to fire his current manager and hire some other manager of Faze's choosing, which was extremely hard for Max because he had already planned so many things with his current manager, including his 365-day marathon that he was planning to do, which abruptly came to an end, and now we have a little bit more insight as to why.
Someone at Faze had introduced me to my old manager, Brandon. Shout out, Brandon. Brandon had falling out with person who introduced me, and person who introduced me tells me, according to my assistant and my creative director at the time, who were sitting in on all calls because they're on my team, tell me I have to fire my manager and get rid of him, or I can't be here.
Damn, how you gonna say I gotta fire my manager? I just, like, this nigga supposed to protect me from y'all niggas.
When they're the person who introduced me.
The final nail in the coffin for Max was when they tried to charge him this 20% of his revenue or the $20,000 just to live in his house. He stated that along with everything else that has just been building up, made him feel kind of like a puppet, and that's what ultimately led to his decision to finally man up and leave.
Point of this is to tell y'all this. We had no control. There was no control. It's like we're puppets. At least that's what it felt like. You get what I'm saying? Anything could happen at any moment. It come time, y'all know the whole war happened, etc. Right? And then we had Faze Camp.
What's up all these Illuminati?
I'm not gonna lie, for the past like 2 months, I was on some shit like, damn. Like, am I really gonna leave? Am I gonna stay? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was like just on the fence with it because at the end of the day, but
we don't own this shit. We don't have control over our careers as much as we should have.
Now, unfortunately, Max couldn't go into much more detail than that because apparently he is still under contract and things like that. But people on the internet had already came to their conclusion of who to blame, and that person was no other than Faze Banks. People were spreading all types of rumors online about Banks, stating that he sold his stake in Faze for millions of dollars, and with him basically getting all of the blame, that originally caused him to put out a tweet stating that he had nothing to do with what was going on in Faze Clan because he left months ago, but he will also be willing to help do whatever it is that he could do to save the organization. And apparently there had to be a little bit of false information to this tweet because Max viewed it on stream and he apparently found it a little bit funny. Now, obviously, really no one on social media was buying this tweet from Banks. Everyone felt like with him being the CEO and leaving months ago, there had to be something behind the scenes that he had to do with it, especially after Max seemingly laughed at this tweet he put out, which I guess all led to Banks getting more and more hate throughout the night, and that all led to him dropping a 12-minute video on Twitter talking about everything that went wrong with this whole new Faze Clan experiment. To sum it up, for the entire 12 minutes, he basically called Faze Clan fake, stating that they were all faking their friendships for personal gain. He also went on to constantly state that they were all ungrateful and they didn't have any career.
Free housing, free filmers and staff, all fees channels, 0% income share. Their money and platforms all skyrocketing at me, but I'm the bad guy. None of this makes sense. And like I said above, I'm going to get into the details tomorrow. Shit, it's tomorrow, nigga. Yeah, it's about 5 o'clock. Shit, what's going on? But, alright, he said free housing, but y'all wanted to charge the nigga 20 bands, or 20% of his revenue. And then if you left, my nigga, probably they probably switched shit around if you left, after you left. That's what I would be thinking. If I don't no longer work here, they changed the menu, nigga, I don't know. Shit. I don't pick what's on the menu no more. Shit. All fees channels, free film. I mean,
going before they met him, and how he's now in $40 million worth of debt because of how much he invested into them in Faze Clan, which apparently he received nothing back for.
Damn. These guys would have never lived in a house together if it wasn't for me. These guys are all at minimum 10 times the size in terms of audience and platform now as before they joined Faze. These guys have all made millions and millions and millions of dollars in the last 2 years. And I'm here to tell you, as former Faze Banks, this was one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my entire life. I gave up my entire adult life to this. I have put myself in millions and millions and millions of dollars in debt. I have never made not one singular dollar outside of my salary. Yeah, I think Faze to acquire and all the costs for these guys' careers over the last 2 years, I think ballpark $40 million.
Damn.
And I think probably collectively these guys have had to have probably made like 20 million in the last 2 years collectively, I would guess. And not $1 of that 20 million has ever gone back to Faze. Never mind me. Even if it did ever go back to Faze, that shit.
So how the fuck do Faze make money?
Truthfully and honestly, I find you guys all to be incredibly ungrateful. I find you guys all to have insane egos, and I think it's disgusting and makes me sick to my stomach that your guys' relationships with each other and with every other streamer and your community included is so incredibly fake. You guys are the best actors on planet Earth, and you've made a complete career out of all.
All right, see, look, now you losing me, right? Because I feel like this is the type of shit that females do. Bro, what the fuck? Why you start talking about, like, come on, man. Stay on topic. What the fuck? Why you bringing in other niggas?
Now, Banks did in this entire thing was saying that he's going live tomorrow to go into more detail. But to me, it seemed like Banks was so focused on reviving Faze Clan that he never really had a plan intact to get a...
For me, all y'all niggas just fake. All y'all niggas, y'all not real people. Y'all not true. Y'all fake. Y'all got fake connections with niggas. Y'all not real kind of streamers. Y'all fake. So the fuck what? It's fucking TV basically, my nigga. Why does it matter? Like, I don't understand.
Turn on his investment, and after failing to get any of the members to agree to...
You know what I'm saying? Got that backwood blue on. You know what I'm saying? We got We got Sweetwood Silver coming out soon. Just wait on it.
Paying up a percentage of their revenue. It seems like he just tried to jump ship and sell his stake in the company for millions of dollars, possibly to help get himself out of debt. And the people he sold this thing to is probably looking for even more money than he was looking for, which is what probably all led to this Christmas Day disaster. But that's just my personal opinion. As you guys know, the only opinion that I really care about is y'all's opinion. So with that being said, be sure to comment down below and let me know what.
Man, shout out to bro. What's his name? Ayo Bando. Man, that nigga make some good ass videos. But no cap. I don't know. I feel like this shit. All these niggas better off leaving and starting up their own shit anyway. Especially if it's causing Faze being so much trouble. Nigga, let these niggas go. Move on. You lost. You took your loss. You're not getting that shit back. It's like not like you can get that shit back. We lost. Like, it is what it is. Plus, you left. So, I don't know. But, as always, y'all stay safe out there. Keep your head up. And I'm out this bitch.